Hello, hello. It is another Friday, so we are here with another Raw community call. This week we are in the Digitalax server and we have lots of updates. The first being something I just explained to the team here, which is, as many of you know, we have our community calls every single Friday. The only thing that changes is where we're having it, where one week we have our community calls in the Raw realm where everybody's open to share, introduce themselves, let us know what you're doing in the physical to digital space, and offer ideas on what we're doing. Whereas here in the Digitalax server, this will be more as a space where everyone is coming with these updates. So I am here to update you guys on all the awesomeness we're doing over in the Raw realm. Welcome, Austin Crypto. Thanks for joining. I'm going to dive right in. So first update, New York Raw Realm or New York Realm Runways. Sorry, it's so many names. I'm like, what the heck is the official name? New York Realm Runways. OMG. If you guys have not heard about what Raw Realm is doing for Realm Runway, it's amazing. So one of the things, and I could not remember the word during our last community call, but the idea of what the Raw Realm is creating is like a flea market where we all have a bunch of designers who do physical, who do digital, who do physical to digital. And I want to create this marketplace for you to sell whatever you're creating, whether that is physical, whether that is digital, and whether you have both, because again, we are bridging those two anyways. So it's really amazing to see everyone that's putting in their stuff. So what I'm going to do is actually share that update. If you guys were in the Raw realm, I did post that. Let me see, under the events column. So under the events, I did drop an update on so far who's put in that they'll be sending stuff over to New York. So far we have me. I'll actually be sending in like a tie-dyed flag or banner. I'm going to tie-dye it really cool and have that on like the table or behind, however they set it up out there. But I'm tie-dyeing a flag, a banner, a tapestry, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to be all along our theme Blackout, because you guys know each season we have a few things that are consistent, right? Our theme, our workshop, and all that. So our theme is crucial because now everyone can contribute. Just use the theme Blackout, right? So it's been really cool to see everyone, what they're sharing with that Blackout theme. So I'm going to be sending in the banner. I'm also going to send in a Galaxy 3.0 tee. You guys may see that I have one of 20 left. I still have 20 left. There's only been 25 for sale this month, and after January they will not be available, right? Every month I'm going to be creating a new item, and next month, because I've learned a lot this month, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I learned a lot this month. Biggest thing is pricing, and I this is something that you guys may or may not know I always battle with anyways, because I like entry points, right? I like onboarding these people that are trying to get into Web3. And I know sometimes, when you put certain barriers like, oh, well, you have to have $1,000 or X amount to be able to get in, it starts to become a little, I can't even think of the word, not deteriorating, but it makes people want to not get involved. So my goal is always trying to find ways and create these different ways to get people in, get people active, and get people investing, buying NFTs, understanding what's going on. So I try to make it a little more fair priced, but I'm learning the hard way that in this NFT space, you have to really find that balance or that sweet spot. So instead of 25 t-shirts next month, I will be going down to 10 t-shirts. So it's going to become a lot more exclusive, and that's because it also has a lot more utilities that will be coming with it that I'll kind of dive into next when it comes to our collectors club. But so I'm only going to send one t-shirt, one Galaxy 3.0 t-shirt that will be for auction since they'll no longer be available. And then I'm also going to send in our next item. I have dropped it on our collectors club, so a little tidbit for you all that are listening. Our next item for February is actually going to be a crew neck. So I have the crew necks coming in, and I'm going to get to designing one. I'm going to start sharing some ideas again with the Collectors Club, which is a locked chat where I'm sharing ideas. I put it out there like, how do you guys feel about crew necks? When I start thinking about a few designs, I'll put it out there to them, see how they like that. But I'll also be sending a crew neck. So I have a Galaxy 3.0 t-shirt, a crew neck, and a banner. And I actually will also have some digital counterparts, right? So we have the Alana 3 web girl and the Digi t-shirt. She'll be rocking it. And we have an awesome collaboration with 2 Digi models and some awesome digital designers. And we're going to be making a scene that is literally out of this world. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So aside from me, we also have a lot of other people sending in stuff like Jazzy and Amanda.xr. So Jazzy has the Got Your Back clothing brand. Jazzy's clothing brand, she always donates a % to a charity, basically. She lives in Atlanta, Georgia. So a lot of her charities are actually like things that she does hands-on because she's so involved in the community. Like she likes to make a lot of like goodie bags, or like right now she's doing a giveaway for like women wellness bags where it has like teas and, you know, just different things that women need during certain times, or like I said, sometimes homeless people. And she creates these different book bags and care packages, and then just, you know, drives around where places she knows and hands them out, and is just uses her brand to always make sure a part of it goes back to the community, which is why it's called Got Your Back. So she is going to be sending in one of her sweatsuits that is actually going to be a Raw collaboration as well. So I'll have the Got Your Back logo on it like hers usually does. And then I'll also feature the Raw logo like you guys see big brands doing, you know. And again, this is going to be the ways that we're going to start not only doing what we're doing, but showing other brands that are, you know, doing what they're doing now and how they can start coming into Web3 and adding NFTs and adding that digital counterpart, because this is important to what we do in the Raw realm. So Jazzy has that physical suit that she'll be sending in, and Amanda.xr is going to be able to help create that digital counterpart. And this, again, is one of the pillars that we're doing in that Raw realm of bringing people together, where we have designers who are interested. We have physical items that are physical and just need to become digital, and we're putting it together to create this magic. So super excited to see their sweatsuit. If you're part of the Raw realm or just want to support, make sure you guys are on the lookout for that, because again, we are going to be even voting on a charity we would all like to donate to, because again, this is our community. So after that, we also have CJ, who is going to be sending in a crochet scarf, and she's also working on figuring out how to make a digital scarf. You guys know she makes real crochet in real life. So her niche she's trying to really focus on is doing the crochet realm, where she can create her crochet patterns and, you know, create these digital assets from her physical creations. So one of the suggestions I gave her was, you know, crochet is such a big industry. Why don't you look at the items that usually always come in crochet and that people really love to get that are crocheted, like hats, scarves, things like that, especially it's cold right now. You know, send you one to New York and people should want to buy it, you know? So she's going to be working on that. Tiny and Sergio, their jewelry box is coming along amazing. If you guys want updates on that, it is in the Raw Realm collaboration as well. We also will have a lot of people that are sharing their updates there, so be on the lookout. But basically, Sergio had posted this jewelry box and had said, you know, this would be a great idea if we created this physical to digital jewelry box. So Tiny hopped on that and bought the physical molds, and she does resin. So she's creating these jewelry boxes out of resin patterns, and she has the physical boxes, he has the digital boxes, and Tiny also makes jewelry. So she's going to be sending in some physical jewelry that will come in the physical jewelry box, and then they'll also have the digital counterpart where you have the digital jewelry box and the digital jewelry. One thing we also are doing big for that is these jewelry boxes will be able to use for anybody in the realm, right? So for example, we have a few people in the realm who are still looking for the digital designers that can help them with their counterpart, because a lot of us are still learning, are still growing. We have a more physical right now, and then we have digital. So I know she's also looking for someone right now who can help her create the digital jewelry. And because again, we already have a lot of collaborations, she hasn't found anyone that can make the digital counterpart just yet. But again, I let her know, send in your physical, because we still have these physical boxes. Even if that's all you can do right now, we have a place where you can send in your physical jewelry, and we have these other jewelry boxes that you can collaborate with. You can start getting involved while you're learning, because that's also what's so important here in our realm, is making sure we create a way for everyone to get involved wherever they can, start. Tiny, I see you unmuted. What's up?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say, I think you said I didn't find a design yet, but remember Cripsy's working on the 3D actually for the
Oh,
actually
yeah.
a to go with our blackout theme. I did a black and dragon blood jasper, just like a gemstone. So I made like this really cool bracelet, which is like all my favorite things, which is like the gemstone. I got some chain in there, Swarovski crystal. So she's actually working on it now. So I'm excited to see when she gets back to me. Because I'm so excited to finally see, this is like my first piece going from physical to digital. So I'm just like so stoked. Like she could probably show me anything and I'd be so excited. But I know she's gonna do a great job.
Yes, no, I'm really excited about that collaboration as well. And thanks for that update. Thanks for hopping in there and giving us an update on that. But I actually mean, there's another designer that has hit me up, and she has physical jewelry, and she's trying to figure out how to go digital jewelry. But like you said, Tiny, we've been looking for designers for a while now. Luckily, we have been getting a little more momentum. People actually have started to reach out after they see my tweet with us saying, we're looking for designers and stuff. So we have started to grow, getting more feedback. All of us are even learning. I think all of us know how to make a 3D t-shirt at this point after our first class yesterday with the Digital Tailor Academy. So I know in time, we'll be able to help all of these people that are trying to get in this space. But right now, all she has is her physical jewelry. So I did let her know that you have a physical jewelry box that, she can send in her jewelry to Fashion Week and still have a place to showcase it. So thank you for offering your services in general, with, creating these jewelry boxes that are enabling us to be able to support others in their physical sphere. Because again, we always should say how that's a big part of our raw realm as well. We care about the physical just as much as we care about the digital, because the digital doesn't really matter if your physical is messed up, right? If your life isn't really that great, then digital really, really, really don't matter, because it's just going to be stuck in there. So but I'm not going to harp on that kind of stuff too much. Again, it's just about that balance, making sure we start where we can and take care of all things on all fields. So next we have Zay as well and Merv, who are creating a fur bag. So they did share the update in the Raw collaborations as well. Merv is one of those people who I just mentioned, see me putting out there on Twitter like, hey, we need 3D designers. And then she actually came and found me on Instagram and has been really great at helping me try to place designers that have ideas and start changing them to digital. And she's really great at creating patterns and textures and fur. So when I seen that, I was like, oh, Zay, who takes her animals and creates patterns from her animal furs, they're getting together and creating some fur bag madness. So if you want to see Zay's dog, who is a blue merle and beautiful, and the pattern she created and their bag idea, that's all in the collaborations chat. And then that's it. So those are our updates so far with the Realm Runways for New York. Both of those digital designers that are helping the physical designers go digital will probably also submit some of their own designs for the runway as well, which I open to anybody. If you have any designs that you want submitted, come on under the Raw Realm. We just have a theme. So I just ask everyone to try to stick with that blackout theme. And it could be whatever blackout means to you. I know a lot of people have gravitated to that galactic theme, idea, but it can really mean anything to you. So going to be really interesting to see. I know one designer even said she's going to be using my patterns that I made. And again, that's open to anyone. So super excited to see the Realm Runways come together. Moving on, or did anybody have any questions or anything they wanted to say about that? In addition, nope. Okay, well, moving right along into the Collectors Club, which I'm so excited about. So as you guys mentioned, I'm really happy with the collectors that did buy my t-shirts so far. I think it's really cool how there are people who've been really supportive of my journey since the beginning anyways. So seeing that, it really helped me start to think of some more utilities I can offer with these t-shirts that they're coming with, right? So when you buy one of my t-shirts that I make, you get added to the Collectors Club. With that, you get access to a locked chat that's in our Discord, but also we have a locked voice chat. Now, this locked voice chat will have live jam sessions. And I don't want to give like a schedule, but I'm thinking it's going to be kind of something like every 2 weeks, even like I said, next month, which is why I've thought about moving down to 10 t-shirts, because I would like to get all the orders in, within about 2 weeks, and then create all of them and then get them all out. Where I was kind of thinking before, like, 5 t-shirts a week, I could still do, again, 2 t-shirts every 2 weeks to have these awesome jam sessions where we all come together and I'll play some awesome music. It's not necessarily like you guys have to watch me make these t-shirts or we have to talk, but when I'm making tie-dye t-shirts, I'm getting in my zone. I've got the music blasting and just, creating a vibe, and I want my collectors to come and be a part of that vibe. Even have started to talk to the audio realm and see how we can do some awesome collaborations with getting their DJs a part of that and really spinning for us. And again, creating these awesome club, like VIP in the club. Like, you get to come and get like, a live session where we have awesome music playing while you're doing whatever you're doing. You could peep in, watch me creating your t-shirt, and it's just going to be an awesome environment. And that's what I'm doing with the Collectors Club right now. So our first live jam session is going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. I am going to be posting that for all of our collectors, and I'm just super excited to start that because I think that's going to be really cool and an awesome utility for the collectors to come and get live behind the scenes of me making these awesome tie-dye t-shirts. I know you guys seen them. I don't just make regular tie-dye, okay? I got reverse tie-dye and paint and 3M reflective heat presses and just all kind of crazy stuff that I think is going to be really cool to have people a part of. So moving right along as well, some more updates. We have our brain. The brain is going to be something that is crucial to the Raw realm. That is going to be our vault where we are literally funneling and saving, organizing all of this information that we're getting. I know that's something that I mentioned before, especially when it comes to people that are onboarding a part of the Raw realm. You guys will start to see that more when it comes to like what's required, what you have to kind of submit and put in. You guys see in our last Raw workshop this past Wednesday where we talked about flipping NFTs, us creating all this information, even news articles we're seeing, learning, and creating. It's really important for us to be saving all this information somewhere so that we can always go back and refer to it. And most importantly, give it to the next, because this is why we're doing it, right? And I know even Sergio yesterday, let me see. He had gave a great suggestion as well for the brain where he mentioned we could have basically like a Web3 chambers of commerce, right? Where we can really be that pillar for helping those people, like I've keep reiterating is a big part of our mission. Those people that are in physical go to digital. When I say physical to digital, yes, we do that. But when you think about the world and how the world is going physical to digital, it comes with a lot. Even when it comes to my designs, I don't try to say too much because I'm like a super visionary and see my next, like, I know exactly where I want to be, but I'm in the present. So again, just doing what I can. But even with what I'm doing now, there's so many other ways I would like to be able to put this information out. So just creating these tools on what we're doing along the way, so that as others are hopping in, no matter where they're starting, they have the tools to help them get along the way as well. So we're going to start building our brain vault here soon. We have decided that the best place to house that information will probably be something like Google Drive. So I'm going to create a Google Drive where everybody can basically funnel information that will be helpful. And that even goes into our next thing, which is our RAWworkshops, where again, we are collecting this information. Every Wednesday, we will be on Twitter Spaces and going over different topics. Last Wednesday, we talked about flipping NFTs, and it was amazing because that NFT flipper is also a collector and also an artist. So we talked about getting into these new projects, right? Because all of us are enthusiasts in this NFTs field, but we're all still novice and new from wherever we're coming from. So just sharing these different tips that we're learning along the way to help each other be protected and be a little bit more knowledgeable is, again, going to make those big impacts. And I think everyone walked away from that workshop and took a little bit from it. So it was really great. If you guys missed it, it is still on Twitter, but it's only on Twitter for a month. So make sure you go rewatch. I did post a link for it in our weekly Mirror subthread article, which I will kind of keep doing it in that manner, which will be updates on what everybody's sharing, everybody doing, like our little weekly newsletter, which goes into our workshops, which is our big workshop at the end of the season. So we do these things weekly, but they're leading up to our big workshop. So as I mentioned before, each season, we know that's each quarter, 3 months. So this season, our theme is Blackout, but we also have a workshop that we would like to host at the end of the season, right? I'm thinking something like along the lines of an intro to digital fashion or Web3 or something like that, where we're going to be able to cover different topics on different days. I even have a few digimodels on board who are actually going to lead the sessions and host and do different crazy things. With that, I also have decided, or not I have decided, but I have outlined for us to do something like a semi-annual formal or semi-annual award show, and then our annual ball, to again get people excited about the long term and the future of our Raw realm. So each quarter we'll have a newspaper, or like kind of like the DigiFizzy. I always say that as a good example, since we all are here and understand how the unlockables work and how putting all this content together works. But we're basically going to be also creating a newsletter to highlight all of our members, all of our collectors, and everything we've been doing this season. And we'll be sharing that during our workshops, because again, these are going to be those awesome things that we're going to be doing consistent to continue to build and educate our community. So Zay and Tiny on here actually been really great at helping orchestrate that newsletter that we are now starting to build out, as again, we're getting this information, but we have to make sure we're organizing it for our future. So that's why I wanted to update you guys on a lot of things that we have coming in the future, so that if you have ideas, you guys know we have a whole chat for ideas. And I've always implemented ideas shared. And I'm not going to say I always will, but I really stuff that people are sharing, consider it and see how we can implement that. Right? Like, for example, again, Sergio shares a lot of great ideas. He shared popes before, right? And it's like, we have a smart contract, and that I can mint these NFTs from my own smart contract. But because our community also suggested, using the proof of attendance protocol, I don't mind using those as well, because I understand the big picture here and using tools that others are familiar with and that others would like to see our realm using. So if you have any ideas about any of this stuff shared, or where you guys would like to see implemented, make sure you're just using the channels that we have. Even when I was looking at our Raw realm, every channel that I've created, basically, except for the info section, anything in the info section, and the raw drops, those are like exclusive basically that I post in. But every other channel in the raw community, I've created for all the members to share all of their stuff in. So if you don't know what you should be sharing, I did put the details there, but make sure you're sharing. And we are creating this information, which again, I'm emphasizing is important, because it's important to our realm, right? We are telling ourselves that we are based on knowledge and based on education, and these are our pillars, and that's why has to be a part of our conversation on getting this information, organizing, and giving it back. Because if you guys remember, when I first went over, that seed to tree to apple back to seed, it has to continue that cycle, right? So just really excited for us to continue to learn and pour and all of those things. So I do have one last update though, which is going to be super awesome, which is our GLO team, which I did kind of allude to before. So our GLO team, some of you guys might know that initial GLO for like Greek letter organization. Yes, the GLO team. We have been working really hard, you guys know, on trying to create these core NFTs, right? In our core team, and what we would name it, and what the NFT is going to be, and how we're going to organize it. So again, because we are putting ourselves on at a university level of people coming to come and get educated and get connected and get into the space for real, that's again how we are, showing that visually also. So for our core team, and I have to give Zay so many kudos because she really helped with this idea where I'm like, man, sometimes you just get a mental block when you have so many things that you're trying to create. And I'm like, look, I know this is an idea, but it's the creative thing was just not clicking. So Zay, I would tell her an idea and she would always come back. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, but couldn't get out. So she helped me create the GLO team, or helped us create the GLO team, the names for each GLO team, as well as, and let me see, I can't share it with you guys on here because Discord be tripping when I start trying to click on other chats, but I'm going to read to you guys the 5 teams that we've narrowed down. I know we had 8 before, but I've really narrowed them down to just 5, which is engineers, creatives, educators, moderators, and strategists. So with those 5, we did come up with a 3 different Greek letters to represent it like any other fraternity or sorority. So, they have the whole name, and then what we're going to do for like, say for example, like educators, right? We call that one Delta Alpha Tau. So we would call that the Raw Deltas because we're just going to take that first name of them for their nickname and put Raw in front of it. So I'm going to put like a whole outline for how we will organize it and make it clear. But just want to update you guys that we have started going to get our core team established as well. We've all been working at what the role should be. We've all been working at what each role should entail, and we've all been working on which each group should be called. So I have to say thank you to everyone who's contributed an idea as well, because again, I come every Friday with what we're working on and everybody shares idea, and it's, again, I really take those into consideration and it's been really helpful. So I'm going to be putting that in a more like clear way to show everybody the 5 groups that we have, what they will be called, what their Greek letters are, what their little nickname would be. And then our next step for that would be colors, right? Because each fraternity has their own little colors after they have their 3 letters and their nickname, but they also have their own colors. And we will also have to use that to start creating our core NFTs that each member would get once they actually join. And when people join, we also do have a process, a 2-step process, of course, which is pledging and rushing, which is when people come in and we collect information, see which group, would be best for them to actually pledge to, and then we'll go through that. So again, we'll have a really great outline to go over that, go over how you can even become a part of it. But these are just some updates on all these stuff we are working on over in the Raw realm. Once we have all that organized, our governance token is literally right around the corner. We have all the roles outlined. We are getting the bot work doing. We are getting the NFTs rolling. And as we continue to just move forward, we are going to have a solid foundation that all of us built together that we're going to continue to build on top of as we're doing more workshops, as we're doing more seasons. Because, things change, there's different reasons for different seasons. So it's just amazing for us to learn all that we can each season, especially for the first season. And the theme being blackout, I think we've definitely had that blackout effect so far. So that's a mouthful. I know it always sounds like a lot. I know. But those are the updates that we have here for the Raw Realm. It's a little more clear if you check out our Discord. So if you haven't, please make sure you join. Please get active, be a part as much as you can. We have a spot for everyone, no matter what your background is. Somebody can learn from you and somebody needs what you have. So we're coming together, putting those people together and just creating magic together. And it's truly amazing. So that's all I have for our updates today. Did anybody have any questions or anything they wanted to share? Nope. Okay, great. I don't see anybody unmuting. So I see Austin Crypto. What's up?
Oh, what's going on? No, I was just gonna say thank you and appreciate your time, like always. So, thank
Awesome.
you.
Definitely. I appreciate you for joining. Austin Crypto, I haven't seen you in the Raw chat before. So since you joined our weekly call this week, you can drop your wallet address in the airdrop chat and I will get you a token of appreciation. I didn't put it
I
out.
appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't put it out there that I would keep doing it for our community calls, but there is a way right now during the month of January we still have that token of appreciation airdrop happening, right? So if you could support anyway, again, any way that people can come and be a part, I want to show that appreciation. So just for you being here the whole time, definitely make sure you drop your wallet and I'll get you that token of appreciation.
Perfect. Yeah, I definitely have some ideas brewing, so I'll be reaching out to some of you, and we'll see what we can come up with.
Yay, that's awesome to hear. Well, thank you everyone for joining. I hope you have an awesome, blessed, safe rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you next Friday. Peace.
See ya.
Later.